Hi, how's it going? Long time no see. As you can tell from the title of the video, these are games that made me cry. And when I say cry, I don't mean weeping, like, I mean, like, if I had to go, like, if I had to wipe away tears, go, wipe away tears, that counts. Although one of these games made me weep. But that's because I was single-digit age. So, yeah. Anyway, short story shorter, let's start with this one. I'm sure I'm not alone in this with the ending of this game, and that is Final Fantasy IX. Spoilers, of course. After you fight the main boss, Necron, Zidane, I call him Zidane. Zidane stays back to go get Kuja, his brother, and we are led to believe that Zidane died. Cuts to like a year later, and there's voiceover, but there's no voice acting in this game. Dialogue pops up on the screen. It's voiceover. You wonder, who is that? Who can that be? You think it's this person, but really it is Vivi. Vivi, right there, Black Mage, my most favorite Final Fantasy character. It's him. His life expectancy ran out, but he wrote to the other characters in the game about, how much of a good time, something like that. I don't really remember. I'm trying to get too much into it because I don't want to on camera. But, yeah. Anyway, you find out that Vivi has passed. There's this close here during the play because the Dagger or Garnet is watching the play. And then the guy whips off his cloak and it's Zidane, and then it's a pre-rendered cutscene of Garnet, fucking running down, tears. Her necklace falls off. She's like, what? And then she's like, no, I'll get that later. And then goes and hugs Zidane. It's all sweet. It's all cute. A lot of JRPGs tend to make me, emotional. But yeah, Final Fantasy IX, the ending of that one. If you've played it and beat it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't cry at it, I understand. I don't think you have a soul, but you might. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Final Fantasy IX made me cry like a bitch. I didn't weep. Didn't weep. I just went, Vivi. Okay. Or Vivi, however you pronounce it. Next up, let's go with this pile. Final Fantasy X. Because if you play this game, you know what I am talking about when Tidus goes, he is a... What the fuck is he again in this game? He's a summon, pretty much. Throughout the game, you get summons, you name them, but Tidus is the only character in the game you name. So, that means the game tells you right at the beginning, but you don't know that. You don't think of that until you beat the game, that Tidus is a summon. And then, the hell is it called? I don't fucking know. Anyway, at the end, Tidus has to say bye to Yuna. Their hearts on this box. Anyway, Tidus has to say bye to Yuna, and it's all sad and emotional. He tries to hold her, but he's disappearing, so he goes right through her. Sad stuff. This is another one that made me... yeah, no weeping. We didn't get to the game that made me weep yet. But yeah, Final Fantasy X. Again, if you beat this, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't cry at this, you have no heart. Or you're just tougher than me. Probably the latter. But I'm going to go with the former. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Alrighty. Next up, this is the game that made me weep. Because I know at the time, when I wept at this game, I was living in Brooklyn. So I was at most 6 years old. That's Metal Gear Solid when Sniper Wolf dies. Because I was a little freaking weird. Wait, this came out 1998? I was 5. I was a weird kid crying over a 32 pixel character dying. I was like, I don't know what the hell my problem was, but that means I have a hole. I have a heart. I have a soul. And yeah, now I beat Metal Gear Solid again on the Master Collection like a month or so ago. She died. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you. I was on my phone when that cutscene was playing. But yeah, I was an infant. What do you want from me? No, I was a toddler. Is 5 years old a toddler? I don't know. But I was little. This ain't shit now, but back when I was a little weird kid. It made me cry. Now I'm a weird adult. It doesn't make me cry. Ain't that something? Next pile. That is... Excuse the condition of my copy. Shadow of the Colossus. One of my favorite games of all time. And I don't think I have to say what part made me tear up or cry. I'm gonna name the video games that made me cry, but I don't think I need to say the part of this game that made me tear up. I'll show you in the back. Him. Agro! Or Arrow. I don't remember the horse's name. But yeah, you run with the horse on the way to the last Colossi, all the way to the last Colossi. And you are on Agro, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. I don't remember. And you jump on a bridge. The bridge starts to collapse. And then you have to keep holding up. The camera's going to rotate, but keep holding up. Because if you turn with the camera, you're going to... Anyway. And then at the last second, Agro, or Arrow, or I'm going to call him Agro. Agro just like helps you get off the bridge as it collapses and he falls. And he's all like, Arrow! And you hear him go, Rah! And it's all sad and shit. But luckily, he survived. Because at the end of the game, when the Wanderer gets sucked into whatever that was, the portal or something or other, that turns him little, with horns, Eco. You see Agro, or Arrow, I'm gonna call him Agro, fuck, Agro, limping. He's like, hey man, I'm alive. And then he looks at the camera and says, you cried for nothing, bitch. And no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, game, tears, I love it. Let's go with the same pile. This game, I feel like any game that gives you a companion at the end when you have to say bye to that companion, it gets me emotional. That is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. When you defeat Ganondorf and you're with Zelda and Midna, who is now sexy Twilight Princess in all her blue look-up hentai glory, she destroys the Mirror of Twilight by a tear. She's about to say, Link, goodbye, or something like that. But she really is going to say, I love you. She fell in love with Link. You know, who wouldn't? I mean, look at him. Anyway, look at him. Sexy man. Anyway, but, no. She cries a tear, pushes it at the mirror. It starts to crack. She gets into the mirror, and it breaks, and Link's all like, he doesn't speak. He's just like, and then it breaks, and, you know, you never see her again, and it's quite emotional. Made me tear up. Made me do the... you know, yeah, I'm going with the GameCube version because the GameCube is my favorite console of all time. But anyway, yeah, any game that gives you a companion, any Zelda game at least that gives you a companion, no matter how annoying they are at the end, makes me when you have to say goodbye. And speaking of annoying companions in Zelda games, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Fi or Fi, whichever you prefer. Yes, she's annoying in this version. In the HD remaster, they toned her down, but still, she is annoying in this version. But even when I beat this version, she said bye to you. Goodbyes always get me. She says bye, goes into the Master Sword to rest there forever, and she is very annoying. Pops up to tell you shit, you know, that, you know, you have to be a genius to know. But even then, even still, a goodbye happens. I'm all like, you were annoying, but I'll miss you. And then I remembered, wait a minute, I can just replay the game. Yeah, so, shit, by that logic, I really shouldn't be making this video, because I can just replay these games and see these characters again. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, yes, Fi or Fi is annoying, but it's a goodbye, and I'm way too good at goodbyes, or however that song goes. It always gets me. The last game was a tough one, because various points throughout the game, I got tears in my eyes. It is the end of the timeline, even though a game came out that takes place after this one, but I like to ignore it, even though that game on its own is a lot of fun. But as a game in this series, no. Everybody's story is wrapped up in this one. And if you know me, you know I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. The hallway. The microwave hallway. When you're controlling Snake. And you have to keep tapping triangle to keep moving. And on the bottom, it's all sad music. And on the top, you see what everybody else is doing, and it's all emotional. Snake is dying. It's all like, damn, this is tough. And you're just tapping. You're tapping. No, actually, no, you have to analog stick first, and then at some point, you don't need the analog stick. You just keep tapping. You keep tapping triangle. It gets me. I'm like, when I'm doing it, I'm playing it like this. Anyway, yeah, that part, most definitely. The big boss, when he shows up in the post-credit scene, one of the post-credit scenes, their goodbye gets me. Because they make amends. Although I do find it funny that Big Boss failed to mention Venom Snake, but I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. But, yeah. What else? Oh, during Meryl's wedding. Hey, Uncle Atticon, where's Snake? Ugh, fuck me. Always. Snake is sick. And it's like, damn it. And then Ryan meeting his son. I'm like, damn it. The end of the series. The end of the timeline. Yes, I know Vengeance. Great game. Not a good Metal Gear Solid game. Raiden didn't need to go back out in the field. That's what irks me. But, besides that, tears every time I play this, even to this day. Now, granted, this copy, the disc for whatever reason doesn't work on my PS3, but luckily I have the Legacy Collection and it has this in it, so I just use that. And I keep this because this is the very first PS3 game I've ever owned. Even though before I even played it for myself, I watched it from beginning to end like 8 times on YouTube back in the day. Anyway, so yeah, those are a few games that made me cry. Let me know in the comments what games made you cry, whether it be these or other games. I like to hear about it. I think that's pretty, it's good to have emotions. It's good to cry. It's good to be weak, but it's okay to be weak, but it's not okay to stay weak. But it's nice to let it out every once in a while. Anyway, those are games that made me cry. Let me know what games made you cry. How much did they make you cry? And should I check them out so I can get my cry on? Anyway, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike if you didn't. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Trovo. Links in the description. All that crap. Yeah. God bless. I will see you all later. I appreciate it. We're past 300 subscribers. Good stuff. Spartans. Anyway. I love it. I love you. Thank you all so much. You are the best. And I will see you all later. Might make a video tomorrow since it's my last day off until I go back to work. Or I'll make a video next week because I have 3 days off. Anyway, I will see everybody later. Love you. You the bomb.com.